What's up, guys? I'm Don Smith, and this is What's Cooking Neighbor. And as always, I'm about to take your taste buds on a culinary journey. And today, how will I do that? Well, let's get right into it. We have a 5-ingredient buttery white wine sauce. It's going to go over some shrimp and some pasta. And today's pasta is brought to you by Linguini. We're going to be using some linguine, and as always, our water is already going over here. We're about to bring that up to a boil, so it'll be waiting for us and we don't have to wait for it. We have some shrimp here. These are peeled and deveined small shrimp. If you, just for you and your girl or your guy, you can use larger shrimp. We have some white wine. We're going to about a cup of white wine. We have some butter, salt, pepper, olive oil, and some Parmesan cheese. Now let's get right into this. Make some room. Okay, hold on, guys. Get a bowl, make this a little easier with our shrimp. You just open it up. And just dump our shrimps in there. We're going to hit that with some Mediterranean sea salt and some pepper. I have some pepper. It's white pepper and some coarse black pepper mixed together. We'll hit that with that. And also we're going to hit that with just a touch of nutmeg, just a little bit. Come over here, stir this up. And that's all with that. We're going to get our pan going, and we are going to start dropping our shrimp in there. Once our pan gets nice and hot, and this is a very quick and easy dish. Like I said, it's only 5 ingredients, but it's really, really delicious. And people are gonna think you're some great chef, but you know. Now we're gonna come over here and start putting our shrimps in. We don't want to crowd our pan, because once you start crowding your pan, then you're not searing or pan frying anything. You're mostly just boiling it, because the surface cannot get hot enough. And shrimps are cooked very, very quickly. A couple minutes on each side, then we're going to flip them. So do this in batches. We got our first batch right there. We're going to come back here and get something to put it in. And once our water starts coming to a boil, we're going to throw our linguine in there. It's already been salted with a little olive oil also in there. There's nothing worse than overcooked shrimp. It gets very rubbery, and it's just not good. So we're going to attempt not to do that. But you can see they're getting a nice crust on them. You can always tell it's time to flip them when they get opaque. And we're just going to hit that a couple seconds on that side, and then they're done. Because keep in mind, they are going to go back into a hot sauce with the linguine, so they are going to cook a little bit more for that. So if you undercook them just a tad bit, that's okay. And you can smell that cinnamon or nutmeg I hit it with. Add another different dimension of flavor there that you're really not ready for. And then you taste it and it's like, what is that? Always, always keep them guessing. Then we're gonna go in for our second batch. Keep an eye on our water. It's starting to come up to a nice boil. Once we get our shrimp in, we're gonna hit our linguine in there. And keep in mind, while we do this, we're building up all kind of flavor on the bottom of this pan, and that's gonna help our pan sauce come together nicely. Cut that down just a tad bit. And they're ready to flip. Shrimp is one of those things. I'm allergic to shellfish, but I love shellfish, so I still eat it anyway. So hopefully I won't die one of these days from doing it, but I'm a foodie at heart, so I have to eat it. And what better way to go? All right, take out our second batch and go in with our last. Get back up here, you don't get to escape. And then we're gonna hit it with our last batch really quick. Cut that back up a tad bit. All right, that's our last. Get rid of this guy, we don't need you anymore. And once we get this shrimp out, we're gonna go in with the linguine and our water boiling vigorously for us, waiting for us. Just the way we like it, just the way we want it. Give these guys a flip and hit it for a couple more minutes on the other side. And you can see all the nice little brown bits all in there. We're gonna hit that with that white wine. We're gonna emulsify some butter in there. My big word of the day, emulsify. All right, shrimp is done. Now what we're gonna do is get our linguine into the water. All right, guys, we're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, our linguine is gonna be going. We're gonna make our pan sauce and we're gonna put this together. It's another day at the beach or the kitchen right here. We'll be right back.
Busy days, busy nights. When is your time? Campbellsville University has the online degree for you. Your time is now. DiscoverCUOnline.com.
A champion doesn't get days off. It takes determination and drive to realize goals. From long nights to early mornings, From the courts, to the classrooms, to online. At Campbellsville University, this is why we play. This is how we learn. This is where champions are made. Find your calling for a life change at campbellsville.edu.
What's up, guys? I'm Don Smith, and this is What's Cooking Neighbor, and today we're using 5 ingredients and 5 ingredients only. We're making a white wine sauce, buttery white wine sauce to go with some shrimp and linguine. Our linguine is going on right now, having some fun in the hot tub. And now what we're gonna do, we already pan-seared our shrimp, so now we are going to go in and make our buttery white wine sauce. Now what we got here, some butter and about a cup of white wine. We're gonna let this heat back up, and we're gonna start adding our butter in one at a time until it melts, and then we're gonna add our, scratch that. What we're gonna do is add our cup of wine first and let that come up to a boil. Now we're gonna start putting our butter in there. We're gonna let the alcohol cook out of the wine and just leave us with that nice fruity flavor. Now this is a dry white wine. And then once that starts to come up to a boil, now we're gonna start adding, whisking in our butter. Now this is gonna take the longest in this dish, and you wanna do them one at a time so the wine and the butter will emulsify, come together. Once that piece is almost dissolved, and we're scraping up all that fond and beautiful flavor that was at the bottom from the shrimp, adding just a little bit more flavor to that. Go in with another dab of butter. And while this cooks, it is reducing, and the flavors are all coming together, intensifying. Hit it with another one. Take a look at our linguine. The smell of that white wine is, oh my goodness. Go in with another one. You want to keep an eye on this. You don't want to burn it. You don't want the butter to separate, because then you'll be in trouble. Let's go in with the, whisk another one in. Slowly whisking in. Now we're going to hit it with the last bit of the butter. Whisking that in. Then we're going to add just a little bit of salt and pepper. And then we're going to turn our attention back over to our linguine. Get that going. That's almost where we want it to be. And once we get it like this, we're going to cut that down, and we're going to add our shrimp back into this, and then we're going to toss it with our linguine. Then we're going to cut it down to low. Then we're going to come back over with our shrimp. Add our shrimp to this beautiful buttery wine sauce. You guys can go have a penny good time in there. Everybody in, everybody in. Then we're just gonna let that simmer on low, let that shrimp soak up some of that goodness. Our attention back to our linguine. See if it's done or not. It's almost there. You always want to cook your pasta al dente, and that simply means right before it's done, it has just a little bit of toothiness to it, because once you add your sauce and you take it off the heat, it's still going to cook. So by the time all that comes together, your pasta is going to be perfect. If you overcook your pasta, then you add the sauce, and then it's no good for nobody. So if it says for 10 minutes, cook it for 8. If it says 12, cook it for 10. Just go a couple minutes under. It'll make your pasta nice and al dente, and by the time you serve your dish, everything will be great. So it's a couple more minutes with that. Once that's done, we're gonna drain it. We're gonna pour a sauce over it, then we're gonna hit it with our shredded Parmesan Reggiano cheese. You do not want to overcook this. Keep an eye on it. Make sure everything is going according to plan. All right, guys, we're gonna take a quick break. When we get back, we're gonna put this together, and it's time to eat right here on What's Cooking Neighbor. Come back.
Campbellsville University Cosmetology teaches beauty inside and out. The cosmetology students at CU receive salon experience while learning in a contemporary environment from faculty who have worked in the industry. With areas of study ranging from hairstyling to salon management, Campbellsville University Cosmetology can help you turn your passion into a profession. Kickstart your cosmetology career today. Visit campbellsville.edu/cosmetology.
Take a look at Campbellsville University's campus with us, right here on WLCU TV, Campbellsville, Comcast Channel 10, and Digital Channel 15.
What's up, guys? I'm Don Smith. This is What's Cooking Neighbor, and today where it's all about 5 key ingredients to make you an unbelievable pasta dish. We have shrimp. We have a buttery white wine sauce we're going to go with that. We have our linguine, is the pasta of the day. So what we're going to do right now, our linguine is perfectly al dente, and we're going to drain that really quick. A nice steam facial. We're going to come back over here. Now this is going to come together really quick. So what we're going to do now is add our linguine. And then we're going to come over here with our beautiful white wine, buttery white wine sauce with the shrimp. And then we're just going to pour that all over our linguine. And our linguine is still hot, so it's going to soak up all that buttery white wine. So we're just going to toss that Make sure all our linguine gets some of that wine sauce. Now, of course, if you're cooking for more people, you add more, make a bigger batch of the wine sauce. Totally up to you. And now we're gonna hit it with our shredded palm. Just let it snow. Then we're gonna go in and toss that. And guys, that's it. A beautiful, buttery, white wine sauce with linguine and shrimp. Now the only thing to do now is to plate this up, and we gotta test it out. Right there in the middle. Of course, if you have some parsley, would be great. Just add some color to this. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna hit this with a little more EVOO, a little bit on the out plate, just for a little color. Add just a sprinkle of the parm and hit it with just a hint of that pepper. Just add a little color to it. Look at that. And guys, that's it. 5 ingredients, a buttery white wine sauce with shrimp and linguine. So you know what time it is now. It's time to take a dive. See what this is all about. Get one of those shrimps. Nice and light and buttery. The shrimp is done perfectly. It's not overcooked. It's not tough. That olive oil gives a nice little hint of a fruitiness to it with the Parm cheese. And guys, it was just that easy, just that perfect. 5 ingredients, really cheap and easy to do. You gotta try this at home. All right, guys, that's all the time we have for today. Today was 5 ingredients. Tomorrow it might be 20. I don't know, you don't know, but you gotta come back right here on What's Cooking Neighbor. I'm Don Smith. Join me as I take your taste buds on a culinary journey to where I have no idea. We'll see you then.